Welcome to the receiving department. This is where your canopy first starts. Everything that comes into our facility, whether it be fabric, line, thread, webbing, reinforcement tape, grommets, it's all going to come in through this department first. We're going to put all of those items through a battery of tests. Line, we're going to put onto a hydraulic tensile tester, where we're going to test the breaking and stretch characteristics of the line. We're also going to put the fabric through a battery of tests. We're going to test the weight, tensile strength, tear strength, permeability, UV resistance, thread count, as well as a few other proprietary tests. Don't get me wrong, we work hand in hand with all of our suppliers to make sure that the stuff that's sent to us is first grade. We're going to double check everything once it gets here. We're going to put the fabric onto a light table like this, where we're going to look for any damage, defects, or deficiencies in the fabric. Once it goes through that complete inspection process, they'll become approved materials and allowed onto the factory floor. The fabric would most likely head to the laser table where it would be cut for your canopy. The other parts would head out onto the production floor into the appropriate area where they'd be used. Let's go take a look. The next stop on our tour is the laser table area. The laser tables, as well as the operating system that runs them, was designed by Bill Coe. The tables were actually built by employees right here at PD. The first table came online in 1993, the second in 1998, third in 2006, and a fourth table, which is currently in production. The laser area is one of the busiest areas at the PD facility. It actually works 2 shifts just to keep up with production. The way the tables work are kind of like air hockey tables, but in reverse. Instead of blowing air up through the tables actually suck air down into the table, holding the fabric in place as the laser head moves over the fabric and cuts it. We regularly rotate through different colors and types of fabric in order to make sure we cut all the different colors that need to be cut. The software is going to go through a nesting process, which is going to select out from the next several hundred canopies to be cut, the different parts, and lay them out into the most efficient use of fabric on the table. It's going to do a couple other things. It's also going to cut laser match marks into the edges of the fabric. They're little dots that it'll put near the edges, which are going to be used in production by the sewers in order to match up the different pieces. It's also going to cut a laser cut code into the fabric. That cut code designates 2 things. 1 is the serial number of that canopy that's being built, and 2 is that part number for that individual part. Each part of each model, of each size, of each canopy has its own individual part number, which makes for several 100,000 parts that are cut here on the laser tables. From there, each part is going to be taken off and it's going to be inspected in a post-laser table inspection on a light table. From there, each one of those parts is going to be tagged, rolled up, and placed into a kit box. The kit box will remain staged right outside the laser area until the entire canopy is cut. From there, the canopy is going to move forward into the production area. The next area we're going to take a look at is the production floor. This is the meat and potatoes of what most people know PD for, building canopies. We're going to pick up where we left off in the laser area, where your canopy is now completely cut. It's in a kit box and it's ready to move into production. Your slider and line set are going to move into a subcell, which is over here where they're going to be produced separately from the airfoil itself. The canopy is next going to go into pre-production inspection. Each piece of your canopy is going to be taken out of that box and reviewed one more time. At this point, 3 sets of eyes have looked over your canopy. Once in receiving, once post-laser table, and once pre-production. The next place it's going to go is into a prep area. That's where the V-tapes, span tapes, and other reinforcement tapes are going to be sewn onto each individual piece of fabric. After that operator is done with their work, they're going to inspect it, and then it's going to go into a quality inspection. From that point, the canopy is going to move into an area called I-beam. I-beam is where the non-loaded rib, top skin, and bottom skin are sewn together. At this point, it's going to move into an area called top seam. That's where the top skin, and loaded rib are going to be sewn together, making the canopy into one large piece. After that operator inspects their work, it's going to go into another quality control inspection. From there, bottom seam. The entire bottom skin of the canopy is going to be sewn together. After they inspect their work, another quality control inspection. After that's done, the canopy moves into an area of tailing. That's where the back of the canopy is going to be sewn closed, making one complete airfoil. Next, that line set and slider that we left back in the beginning, they're going to meet back up with the canopy, and the canopy is going to go into rigging. Once the rigging is done, it'll go through yet one more inspection process. Once that inspection process is done, it goes into final inspection. From there, everything from the prep work, I-beam, top skin, bottom skin, line set, rigging, everything is going to be looked over one more time before that canopy goes into shipping to be sent out to the customer. That's pretty much how we build a canopy. Welcome to the Canopy Artwork department. If you've ever seen a canopy flying around at your local drop zone with somebody's lucky number, somebody's name, or maybe a company logo on it, this is where that came to life. The process we use for sewing canopy artwork onto the bottom skin of a canopy is an applique process. First, we'll take your design and cut it out on the laser table right next to your actual canopy. At that point, we'll take each individual part of your design and sew it onto each individual bottom skin panel. At that point, your canopy will go into production just as it would normally. If you're interested in having custom artwork put on your canopy, get in touch with your local dealer for a ballpark. Provide him with your model, size, and design, and he'll be able to let you know what that'll cost. At that point, we can move forward with a formal quote and get your canopy put into production. The next stop on our tour is the quality department. Where is the quality department, you may ask? Well, it's everywhere. The quality department is interlaced into each process that we do here at PD. After each step in production and the operator inspects their own work, there's a quality control inspection immediately after that. The area we're standing in right now is the final inspection area. It's located right outside of the shipping department. We can track not only how well we do as a company in regards to quality, but we're also able to look at that information down to each department, section or cell, right down to each employee. On a quarterly basis, we get together as a company to take a look at how we're doing in regards to our quality objectives. Even though we have an actual quality department that inspects every stitch of your canopy through the entire production process, quality is more than just a department. Every aspect of our company is quality driven, whether it's a product, process, or service. The shipping department is the last stop your canopy will make before leaving our production facility. Every day, a number of carriers arrive here to drop off canopies at PD for service and to pick up canopies that are heading out to their new happy home. Whether it's a canopy, line set, spare part, t-shirt, or any accessory from our gear store, they're all going to leave through these doors. This is also where our stock shelves are located. We have hundreds of canopies in various sizes, models, and color patterns that are available for immediate shipping out to you. If you're curious as to what canopies are available on our stock list, you can get a complete listing of them on our website. That concludes the second half of our factory tour. We hope you've enjoyed seeing the different people, departments, and processes that make PD the amazing company that it is. If you're ever in DeLand and want to stop by for a visit, please give us a call. We'd love to show you around.